this is Cuberized, and welcome to my Craftoria Let's Play. I have 5 kittens, or kitties, that when I was looking for armadillos and bunnies, I came across, and um, so I have tamed them. A trick to doing that is I made a little area over here, and you can dig a hole or build up a small little area, and I can jump too high, so this isn't a problem, but this is a very small area. The inside is only 4 by 4, and I was using this for bunnies to breed, and you can use carrots to expedite them growing up, because it takes about 20 minutes for them to grow from a baby bunny into an adult bunny. If you feed them carrots, it'll take a lot of carrots, but you can expedite that and definitely shrink that down to like a minute or less. And the bunny breeding, I think, it's 4 or 5 minutes for it to reset. So the more bunnies you have, the more breeding you can get done, and this whole pen was filled. I did save a couple, but at the end of the last episode, that's what we needed, was rabbits' feet. And I'm calling them bunnies, but they're rabbits. So I do have a couple of rabbits left over. So I have 6 white, 2 of the black and white, and 2 of the brown. Now, the brown I did not find naturally. I got them when I was breeding. And it was like 2 white ones, and I ended up with a brown. Anytime I tried to breed a black and white with a white, it always came out black and white. So I used more of the black and white ones to get the rabbit's feet, so I could save some here. I also have some armadillos, and I have the scut from that, and I have kitties. Now, you tame the kitties with either raw tuna or raw salmon. I don't know that anything else will work. And yeah, I have 5 different ones. There's 4 here. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5th one is an all-white one hiding back there. When I was doing the bunnies, I happened to release a cat in the same area to try to tame it, and I watched it try to decimate my bunnies, which was not good. So yeah, don't try to do both at the same. They will naturally go after bunnies and kill them. So just like wolves go after sheep and kill them. So there's that to keep aware of. It is possible that a tamed cat will bring you back a gift when you sleep. In the morning, they bring you back a gift. It's a rare thing, and it could possibly be a rabbit's foot, but that's even rarer. So I relied on actually breeding. So where I found them, let's take a look at the map here real quick. And I'm not going to see anything there. Let me go outside. Oh, and I want to show you also the oh, yes, I did move it. This is non-existent because I don't need it anymore. So yes, okay. Yes. So let's go right to occultism. Okay. So, one of the things we also were doing last time was expanding our occultism. So let me show you that, and I will then step outside, and I probably can do it here. Let me show you the map. Alright, so here's our base. Here's the original base in the occultism area. So I was trying to find a desert. and there really isn't any on the map, and so I used my nature's compass, and there was one down here. Unfortunately, it is, as you can see, very, very tiny. So as I was going down here, there's this and this snowy area and this snowy area, and I found bunnies in the snowy areas before I even got to the desert. And when I got to the desert, it was so small and there were no bunnies. So I'm really glad I found them. So if you're near a desert and it's large and you're not finding bunnies, try some of the snowier areas. That's where I got lucky. So there's that. And then, yes, so this is my occultism. I added on this space here, tried to integrate it in so it looked like it belonged. Yep, so this is it. And because I am like right on top of this graveyard church here that is my original base, I just opened it up. So now I can exit out of here if I use the occultism waystone. So there it is. So we can continue on with, and I can still get access down here. Not sure why the waystone here is still showing this as being valid when I removed it. That's kind of weird. I would have thought that would have deleted it off of this list. So just so that this is not a, in fact it still has a distance because it should be over there, which is where it was. So I'm going to just move this to the next page and we're going to forget that even is there. Yeah, that's an odd bug that still shows up. So, yep, this is it. So now we can continue on. This happens because it's nighttime, but I put this to mark where I'm going to put the center bowl, and we can go ahead and let me head back and sleep and see if I'm going to let these guys roam. See if I get a something back after sleeping. When I was putting the new beds down, and I put the new beds down because they all came over and sat on my bed. And I couldn't get at it because there were 5 cats on the bed. So yeah, so they can roam around naturally, but there they are. I put these down hoping that they would want to sit over here instead, and they still keep coming back to my bed. So, yeah, I didn't notice that they gave me anything. So, yeah, don't know. Alright, so a couple of things before we go back to occultism is... one of the things I don't know if you've noticed is with the fireflies. Sometimes you can find a firefly in the chest and you're like, well, okay, great. That's a firefly. I can get them everywhere in the Twilight Forest. Why is that so special? Well, some of them say firefly and they stack. And you can even put it, if you don't have anything in your head slot here, you can put one on and wear it on your head. What is handy though is if you can get one that is special. They won't stack with the other ones, and they are apotheosis, where they have the different levels. So this is the gray, which is the lowest tier, and it has armor on it. So if you have an open head slot here, say you're using the goggles and you have those on your face and you don't have anything here, you can always put the firefly here and it will give you a bonus to armor. This one does. I don't know that I have any others, but let's take a look. Hello. You have your head in my monitor there, in my terminal. So let's take a look here. I don't think I have any other ones that, yeah, everything else I have stacked, so these should go in and stack, and I don't have any other rare ones except this one. I just wanted to let you know that you can get some different ones, which is an opportunity to utilize them if you'd like on your head. So there you go. You can wear a firefly on your head. And if you have the original whoopee cushion, I think is what it's called, yeah, you might want to swap it for a firefly with some perk on it. Okay, the other thing about the uncrafting table I wanted to share is, just so you know, I think I put it over here. Yes. Some things, when you uncraft them, so if we pick up, let's see if I can uncraft something over here. Yes, let's grab a minecart. I've got kitties everywhere. If you uncraft a minecart, it'll tell you how much experience you need. So let me get experience here. So when I do this, now it's, oh, wait. I've got my coin going, so I've got some flashing because it's absorbing all of the experience. Okay, that's better. Don't need that going on. All right, so yeah, if you put the minecart in, you'll see this is green and you'll have this stuff. You can see what you're going to get. If you hit these arrows, you can actually see what other uncrafting recipes there are. So you can either get iron, which makes sense because that's exactly how you craft a minecart, or you can get this minecart contraption from Create for 1 experience point. Now I want the iron, so we'll do that. Here's some rails, which you can find in mine shafts and other places around. So this needs 6, so let me get another experience point here. There we go. So now I have 6. So if I go to uncraft this, if you look, this says osmium and 1 stick. Now the stick is remember when I said in the previous episodes where if you go to uncraft something, the number of items you get dictate how much experience you need to uncraft it. Well, sticks are freebies because it's not, let's call it important enough or expensive enough to warrant an experience point. So you're really paying for whatever the ingots are. But when you click this, you can see that you can go to iron instead, or back to osmium. So if you have a preference of what ingots you want, you can choose those. So I'm going to choose osmium here, and then I'm only left with 3. Now with 3 you can't do anything. But if I have the stick, 1 stick won't do anything either. So if I put it in there, actually I should say I won't get planks because you need more than 1 stick to get planks. But I can get bamboo or root strands or witch hazel branch. So you can get other things if you need it. So this is actually a way to get bamboo if you don't have it and you need it. So if you're looking for how to recycle certain things that you're not using, don't anticipate using, yeah, you can recycle iron bars for iron ingots, some of the powered rails, machines, if you made a machine and you made too many or you don't need them anymore, like I made very early on for portable storage, I made a bunch of pocket chests because they were absolutely positively cheap. I mean, they were just ridiculously easy to make. You could get the frames in Apotheosis towers, and a chest is simple to make. And to be able to have storage that you can carry around like a backpack is phenomenal. Especially early on when the best backpack you have is probably just a plain vanilla backpack, if you have that. So if you wanted to spend two, you could get a frame and a chest if you wanted some frames for something. Or you can not at all. I mean, you can actually, it's not terribly expensive to having them sit around and not do anything with them. I can actually repurpose these things. So, for example, if you have the Just Dire Things fuel tank, that's a haste. This cannot be added, but I can add the chest and the stick, and the item frame I can use. Clearly, I've used item frames everywhere. I can use that for decoration or for crafting. So it's just another way to repurpose things to get them out of inventory. And again, I always have inventory management concerns, so I'm always trying to find ways to repurpose things. Alrighty, so with all of that, enjoy your crafting table. I am having a lot of fun with it. And let's go back down to 0. And then I'll turn this back on so I can. This gathers up all my experience. Alright, so we want to go back to occultism. I want to work on that a little bit. And, oops. Let's go back to the base. Yes. They come with. I thought I had them all seated, and clearly I don't. When they sit, it looks like I've made them sit, and that's not the case. And I'm missing one. It's the white one with the pink eyes. I don't know where it is. Hopefully it didn't go in playing with the turtles. Oh, then the trader's here. Okay, I've got to turn down the volume on that casting. So, music disc from the Bumble Zone. Sure, why not? What is this? Gravitational pull scroll. I think I already have that, but just in case I don't, I should have plenty of emeralds. So we'll talk about the bunnies here for one more second, and then where'd he go? Talk about wanting to stand on beds. Alright, we'll get one of these, and we will get one of these. Okay, thank you very much. So with the bunnies, I use that area down there, and you feed them carrots and they breed. So then I saved a few, and we got what we needed in the way of rabbit's feet. There we go. Plus a lot of rabbit's hide and rabbits. So there was a lot of rabbits going on here. The breeding is kind of the thing that slows you down, because with carrots you can speed up the growth of the bunnies from babies to adulthood. It's just then you have to wait to be able to breed them. So the more bunnies you start with, the easier it is. And the moment the bunnies grow, or the rabbits, I keep saying bunnies. I have bunnies on the brain. the moment the rabbits grow up from babies to adults, you can breed them. So using the carrots, yeah, I use hundreds of carrots to breed everybody. So if you have a space to not only breed the bunnies, but you need to have space to actually grow carrots. So growing carrots early, just like potatoes. Carrots and potatoes will always be useful. All right, so let's let's do this. I should have where did I put my dictionary? Not there. It's not in here. And it's not in there. Did I put it in here? I clearly have to clean this up because I've got a bunch of pocket chests in here as well, so this will be a pet project. But I need to find where I put my... Oh, I know. I put it in here, in my surprisingly substantial satchel. So this is where all of the stuff is. So we were trying to make the last 6 chalks and we're missing brown. So here we go. And I need the brown to be able to finish this. And this was a bit of a thing because I need to kill a mercy goat, which I need to summon. And that was, I think... Nope, 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 nope. Nope. One second, I will find it. Okay, I was trying to go through the quest book. I need to actually go through here to backtrack it up so you can click here to see this and then click on this to get this. So this is the actual ritual I need to do. So this is where the rabbit's feet come in and the why I needed the armadillos, and this is wool, so that was not a concern. And then pointed dripstone. You know, I didn't check to see if I had pointed dripstone. I assumed I had pointed dripstone, so... And I'm looking in the wrong spot. I want to look in my inventory here. Yes, I do. So I need some pointed dripstone. I'm going to need wool. And I am going to need... Yeah, I have exactly 4 of these, so that's perfect. And I'm going to need my book, which is going to be in here, I believe. And, yes, let's find... Oh, there's a named guy out there. Well, you stay out there, and we're fine. Let's go back to the book and find which diagram is the right one. There it is. It is this one. Go to Goat of Mercy. There it is. So, yes. It drops the Cruelty essence, which is what we need. So, okay. So, that is this diagram. And again, we can tell that because when we're looking at the pentacles here, this is in the this is in the second row. the first row is this grouping, this is the second row, and that's the third row. And then everything down below is going to be over here. Alright, so this is what we need to do. And so for Cruelty Essence, again, same thing, but I'm going to need a Marid book, which I don't think I have one of those. No, I do not. I will need to make one. So I'm going to need to make a book, and I need the that one, which is this, which is just green dye. Okay. Just want to make sure it wasn't lime green. And you'd think I'd know it by now, but no. I just have to. That's why we have the ability to look recipes up, is because that way we don't have to remember them. Alright, and I do have green dye, so we put dye down. And if you don't, you can, there's a few different ways to do it, but cooking up cactus actually is a way to do it. And let me take that. So then to make this bound, which is what we need that. You just put it in with the dictionary. So I need to put in these items. I need to double check how many of everything we need. So I need 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, and 2 wool and 2 dripstone. So 8, 10, 12. Do I have 12 bowls? I have 4. And 8, I have 12. Okay, I've got the right number of bowls. And if you don't, you just need to make some. Okay, I'm going to put the rest of this away so I don't inadvertently put it down. And I will put this away as well so I don't inadvertently use the wrong book. Alright, so here we go. In no particular order, because it doesn't matter. And here's our 2 wool. And here's the 2 dripstone. And then the rabbit's feet. Now I just want to make sure I don't have to sacrifice anything beforehand. I don't believe I do. But let me just double check. Sacrifice villager or player. Okay. So the answer is yes, I do. And I need one of those. You can actually sacrifice yourself. I would prefer not to do that. And so let me go pop over and grab a villager, which I should have in the villager area. Excuse me, Mr. Iron Golem. I know I'm trying to get right there. Do I have a nitwit? That would be nice. Unemployed. Everybody's unemployed. Yep. Okay, unemployed it is. For all of you who are a little sensitive, please pause the video now and or fast forward to the next section. So we're going back to occultism. Okay, so I will put the book in. This will say I need to do something. That's actually a merchant. It's not a... Oh, there's a villager. I didn't know I could actually sacrifice a merchant. That would be good to know. unfortunately he's going too far away, and he may end up dying before I can get at him. So this was not good. Let me go grab him and pull him back, because I was not ready. Alright, let's try this again. Let me look a little bit more prepared here. Let me get this stuff out of the way. Okay, we want to make sure we have our sword handy after we release him, because he is not happy. Alright, and there we go. Ah, we have particles here. So it is working. Now this should take, if we go back and take a look at the book, it'll tell us how long this is going to take. It should, it does not. Okay. So, while this is doing its thing, my named guy outside the window has disappeared. Let's take a look at our quests here for Occultism. So we've completed all these, done all this, and we are doing the final chalk, which is actually not here. We've done all of that. We've done this. There is a dimensional storage. That can be done, and you need an otherstone pedestal along with some items to make this, and that will trying to find it in here. Rituals, possession, familiars, binding. Let's take a look again back at this is using which actually yeah, let's actually talk about, instead of talking about that, let's talk about the dimensional mineshaft, because, you know, of course we want the dimensional mineshaft. This is where, in another dimension, we're creating a mineshaft where the spirits, so we're going to create a dimensional mineshaft, and a spirit will go ahead and do the mining for us, and we get lots of resources. So who wouldn't want that? So we need other stone or other rock, and we need to use this particular ritual, and a spirit attuned crystal and gold, and a block of easium. So the block of easium might be the problem here. I know the spirit attuned I can create, that's just 4 diamonds. It's the easium that I don't know that I have a lot of. No, I do not. So before we can do that, we're going to have to actually go mining for easium. And yes. This I actually used, I think, one of the crushers to get the raw easium. Yeah, block. Well, that's block drops. That's not what I want. We're gonna need the special site to find this, to get this ore. that not how you spell it? A-S-N... Oh, missing. Ah, and there's my goat. Hello, goat. Sorry about this. Yep. And there it is. Oh, I got more than one. That makes me feel slightly better that I did that. So, to make the brown chalk is, let me get regular chalk. Which is there. And that it, of course, is impure, so let's go purify it, and again, I don't know that this is going to work because it's going to get sucked into my backpack. It just went right into my backpack. Okay. I really need to make this fire more accessible. Yes, let's grab that. Yeah, I think I have to just light these one at a time. But the point is I've got one lit. And there it is. Okay, so now I've got the final chalk. So that's here. Now we can go ahead and make the final layout over here. And which is this. Okay. So I'm going to need, it looks like light blue, pink, and green. All three, but nothing else. So the last three that I just made here, light pink. Sorry, did not mean to move that. Okay, those are the three chalks I need to use. So, that is a mistake. And hopefully I still have a brush. Do I have a brush? No, I don't. Let me just craft up a brush. This is a very handy little gizmo. This brush. So, if you ever make a mistake without having to break the blocks, you can just brush and it's gone. Because sometimes we do exactly what I just did and misclick. Alright, I've got to turn that down. Which I will do after this. Because the spells are just a little too loud. Yeah, so you just go around and do your thing. I'm getting advancements on using my different colored chalk. And it does make the outline darker. This is a problem. And that is as well, because I need to... It is nighttime, so that is somewhat problematic here. That's why that's happening, is I'm getting my things to go down on the ground, so I will stay outside of the actual drawing. because my little fireflies will erase chalk. Either that or I need to do this when it's not night. That is so loud. Okay, that should be it. I'm missing one thing, which would be the bowl in the middle. So let me craft that. And it's the, no, golden ritual bowl. It needs one of those, which I don't have, which means I need one of these. And if I'm going to make one, I might as well make more, because I'm probably going to need them anyway. And there we go. So these are done. And it is still... I'm trying to figure out how to get close enough that I can put the bowl down and not mess up the chalk. I think I got it. There we go. All done. Ta-da. And then if we want to do the final ritual, drawing, it's the other 4 chalk, which are these, which is the cyan, the brown, and the magenta. And to visualize this, so we want to put this on top of there. And there we go. And that's the last pieces, which means you will have had to have gone to the end to get these end rods. And we need an amethyst crystal, which means I need silk touch, probably. It would be helpful. This is a lodestone, which I think I have, and an enchanting table. So this is really different things. Oh, and there is a beacon. So, and some of these lightning rods. Now, lightning rods are easy enough to do. It looks like there's, what is that? Stained glass pane. Okay, doesn't look like it matters which one. Okay, so let's go with the weird stained glass pane first. I happen to have blue, so we will have one blue stained glass pane. And that goes here. Okay. And I need an end rod. Let's see if I can get a bunch of this stuff all at once. I don't have an end rod? Really? Well, that I have. That I have plenty of. I overdid it on those. Got an enchanting table. Okay. So, oi! Stop that. Okay, so this goes over here. And this goes over here. That's already there. This is over here. I don't think I have a beacon, but I think I can craft a beacon. I'm glad I made this as big as I did because I didn't check the size of this one. I checked the size of that one, the first one. Yeah, so this is large. This is as large as the other ones are. Um, let's see, lodestone and beacon. Not spelled that way, it's spelled this way. And nope. And no. So, crafting a beacon. Crafting a beacon. I can do that. Lodestone, I either need netherite or netherite. Or... yeah, things I don't have to... we'll just do that. So this is, yeah, this is not trivial stuff by any means. I mean, it's not something you can do right away because obviously this needs trip to the end and some other things. Is that an iron bar? Yes, it is. I think that's going to take a trip to the end, but I don't think that's going to be that bad. And that's just an iron bar. So let me grab the iron bar and we'll make a trip to the end. I'm surprised I don't have end rods. I was pretty sure I picked some up somewhere. Iron. I know I have iron bars. Yep. So let's just double check one more time because I can't believe I do not have. It's called an end rod. End rod. Yep. Alrighty. Well, let's tuck a couple things away and we'll head off. Yep. Let's put this back in here. We'll tuck the chalk away for now. I'll do this when I get back so we can finish it up. And these will go in here. Alright, so let's do this. Yep, okay. To the, I'm sure I have a somewhere in the end. There's the stronghold. There's the end structure. Perfect. I'll take that. And... oh, it's that end structure. It's not the end structure that I wanted. But it is an end structure. Do I have anything else out here? And portal. Yeah, because I think this is on the main island. Let's just double check. No, that's not a... that's that. Okay. I can look here. That will be good. So this has a gap in it. Okay. So I have options for getting across this. And let's do... where is my... this. I think this is the one. Yes. Perfect. I like that. It allows me to teleport a distance away where my picture of me is, you can teleport it up or wherever. So it's very handy. And I'm sure that there will be some... Why does this sound like there's something here? I heard a guy. You guys heard it too, I'm sure. And... this would have been a spot for some of those things. I think I had to parkour up here. Yeah, I did. Alright, let's grab some blocks. It doesn't matter what. Okay, perfect. Well, I can see where I was having fun. Alright. Okay, so this has been... Alright, so this is too far up. Let's go down a little bit. Yep, I do hear one of those guys. Shulkers. And what I am looking for is... up there. So I should be able to... Oh! Did not mean to do that. Alright, so is there any chance I left any of the end rods here? And I'm gonna go with no. It does not look like it. Here, you, come here. And he just teleported away, and I just... I'm in a wall. Kind of. Alright, I'm back in. Alright, I'm going up. With my bubble effect, a lot of these things will miss me. Oh, well, this is convenient. Whoa. And I say that. And I'm falling. Yeah, it's going to be one of those. Okay, let me take a look here. Now there should be some of those things in here and some of those things in here. So let me see if I can... The problem is that you have to have kind of line of sight with this. So if I do this badly... I did not do this badly. I was going to say I'd be on the other side of the... I'd be on the wrong side of the fence and fall. Okay, perfect. I have a leg up. Sort of. Which I will take advantage of. Somewhat. Or not. Okay. Alright, give me a minute. I'm gonna pillar up here so you don't have to watch me pillar. I'll be right back. Okay, I made it up to the topmost inner level of this tower, and I'm putting down cobblestone so that I do not fall through. And I am hoping that if I go up through the top here that there will be some of those end things on the roof, is what I'm hoping for. And I do not have the right tool for this, so let's put this away. And I don't need that right now. And just to be on the safe side, let's get no, that's not what I wanted. Alright, let's get this out of the way too, and let me get an axe. And why am I... There it is. It's sometimes confusing to get back and forth between these things, and this is what I want. Let's get that. I don't really want to do that. Okay, let's go. Don't really need that. Alright, let's take a peek here. Do we have an end rod? That's probably going to hit me. That won't be a bad thing. No, it won't hit me. Let's get some more cobble and let's go up. I need to get a lay of the land to see where up here, if anywhere, there is an end rod. There's one right there. And there happens to be some. I get it. I'm gonna fall here in a second, so... I don't know where they went. I broke the end rod, and I don't know where it went. I didn't catch it, because I didn't have my backpack turned on. Okay, well, again, not ideal. I don't know if I can make that distance with this. I'm gonna go with, it looks like I might. And not at all. But you'll never guess what I landed on. Tower. Yes, so that is the unfortunate thing. So I've got my end rod. Okay, not the smoothest of things here. I don't think I can actually get all the way over there. And I'm falling. Yep. Okay. I was actually hoping to grab one more end rod, but I don't need it, and don't know what all that is. But whatever it is, they don't like it. Okay, I don't know what that was. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and just go home. Because I can. And we will finish this up. I have cats everywhere. Occultism. And rod. Alright. Still nighttime. Where's the moon? There it is. It's going up, so we're not even halfway. Alright, so I just have to be careful of where my fireflies go. And where is my... there it is. that still seems loud. Alrighty, let's do this. And this is the brown chalk. It's really hard to see it against this particular background terracotta that I'm using. So, something to keep in mind. Color choice does matter. Yeah, I will try to get that softer so that it's not, my spells are not quite so loud. I was messing around with the volume controls, trying to adjust things just a tad. And last of the brown. Okay, let's do the cyan. And again, these things are just overlaid. It's the two rituals, one on top of the other, so all the other colors are already there. So we're just adding in these last three colors. And I'm watching the count go up, so that's a good sign that we are, whoops, again. I've got my spells on a right click, so anytime I use anything, which is also a right click, I cast haste. Alright, pink should be the end here. Not pink, magenta. Magenta, sorry. Okay, we're going around and be done here in a sec. And that will be all the rituals. Now, once these rituals are all on the, on the ground, you never have to remove them. And it's complete, and that is the last one. So all the rituals have been completed, and so anytime we want to do anything, we have all of the drawings set up. And you have plenty of chalk left over, so if you are playing on a server, you can give your chalk to someone else and let them utilize the chalk. It saves them from having to craft it on their own. So definitely good for if you're playing with friends, or you can just let them use your rituals. Since you have them, if you're doing team play, it's just one set of rituals for everybody. Okay, so that is definitely this. And again, these are the only chalks that are here, the other ones are not, the ones we just did. So, and the dimensional mine shaft, we were not doing because of the Easium. So between episodes, I will need to go to the mining dimension and mine up a lot more of that. And so we can actually do some things with it. So that is something we'll work on, is the dimensional mine shaft, which will get us through to these. So these are the different, you start off with the lowest level, which is the foliate, and you work your way up. These are some familiars you can summon around the outside here. These are all your familiars. And this is your dimensional storage, which is in here. So we have kind of the three big things to finish: dimensional storage, the miners, and all the familiars. And the familiars give you a perk based on what familiar you have, which will be fun to try out. And yeah, you can make a ring, which we will do as well when we go to do our familiars. So, something to look forward to. And yeah, that's, I think, where we're going to go ahead and leave it. We did finish. Yay! Celebration! Yay! Jump for joy. And yes, I'm very excited that this is done and completed. They look amazing. As I said, not the best color choice, but that was me. On this one, I think I should have gone a little lighter to have some of these colors pop a little bit more. But that's just looks, it's not functionality. Alright, so there it all is. I am Cuberized. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, I would appreciate a like. That really helps out my channel and helps it grow. If you have any questions or comments, please put them down below. I do read and reply to everything. And subscribe, please, to get alerted to new content as I make it available. I hope you enjoyed. Again, Cuberized, signing off.